I mean, we're shooting like 75 mil targets at like 400 meters. The difference between us and the top US shooters is just volume of matches you've shot and the experience. Oh, there's a coyote over there, and he rips a Yui on the interstate. And then all of a sudden, we're just off the road. It was a miracle we didn't all die. The prick, he turns around and he goes, "Oh, you guys are lucky I'm driving. I just saved your lives."
Give me the juggling act of drinking coffee and having the mic close.
Do that. Left-handed coffee drink.
It's really good coffee, though.
Also works. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. It should be. We like our coffee. We try and make a fair effort to make it decent coffee.
Yeah.
Do you normally have black coffee?
I don't, but I have drunk it on and off for years. So
Okay.
I'm normally like a triple shot flat white in the morning before I go to work.
Triple shot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then another triple shot flat white when I get to work. And then it'll
How
be
long's,
like,
how long's a drive to work if you require another?
like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then it'll be
Solid.
like, yeah, depending on what the day holds, it'll be like 1 or 2 more coffees during the day. So I don't need that much. I certainly don't like operate well on that much coffee either. But I just like the taste of it.
But just, yeah, that's fair.
Well, you're a welcome guest here then, Tom. So we are very much the same. We probably don't need as much coffee as we drink, but more than happy to drink that much.
Yeah, but when you've got good coffee, it's nice to drink.
It's like a good vice substitute to smoking or something, though. Like, surely this isn't quite as bad, right?
Let's keep telling ourselves that. Yes. So
natural, it's
Or
fine.
maybe we should have cigars.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. If this was, I mean, the thing is, the reason we're having coffee is because this is a morning podcast, which is very unusual for us to be doing. But Tom, you've joined us all the way from New Zealand.
All the way 5 hours away.
All the way. It's further than I've been. I've not been to New Zealand.
So that's probably our furthest guest so far, right?
I'm surprised how many Aussies I've met that haven't been to New Zealand. Because just about every New Zealander has been to Australia.
Well, I think that says more about Australia than New Zealand.
Yeah,
I don't know which way. But you are about to get on a plane, having just completed a PRS match here.
Yes. I've got it in sort of midday flight out of Adelaide. I've been competing at the Monado Meltdown PRS Australia match. So
How was it?
it was a really fun match. Really fun match.
What made it fun? Because I know you guys get some very fun matches over there.
Yeah,
in
we're
the
quite
field world.
blessed back home that our ranges are essentially farms that
Yep.
have been templated, so we can shoot in some places 360 degrees. We've got huge incline, decline, stuff like that. But the Australian matches, because you're so restricted by your ranges, they really refine the course of fire, and they're very technical matches. There's not really any room for sloppiness.
True.
Yeah, so it's really good to like shooting big wind, big distance at home, but then come here and have tiny little targets, really tough stage design. You know, it really pushes the competitor here.
I heard that they were particularly small over the weekend.
They were particularly small over the weekend.
And
I think
how was the wind?
The wind was pretty kind to me, at least.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I think we got up to about. I think Aaron said he recorded an 18 mile an hour peak. I recorded like a 15 mile an hour peak.
Yeah, okay.
But I was sort of averaging 4 to 8 mile an hour, but quartering off to probably from like a 4:30 through to a 5 o'clock
Yeah.
angle. The angle change makes more of a difference than the velocity, so it can be tricky. Like you're looking down range, you feel the same velocity on you, but your wind call will go from like 0.2 to 0.4 without any indicators down range. You just have to be on your plate reading. So yeah, it is a really good challenge. Plushy and Sean put together a really good match.
Not surprised by that, but yeah. Well, maybe on the plushy side, but yeah. Certainly Sean does all right.
It was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that there were some stages where if you didn't come up with some really novel ideas, you were going to struggle on them. So
Right.
yeah, there was one in particular yesterday where we had like a rooftop, but it was facing the range. Mm-hmm. So you're got nothing in front of you to support your rifle, and you just have a tripod provided, and you've got to figure out how to shoot these targets. And there was like sub 0.2 targets.
Wow.
So you're not shooting those off your knees.
No, you're not.
So my squad, we just ended up popping a tripod leg horizontally back to the ramp.
Yep.
And then just point that tripod leg at the target, had a tack table on top of the tripod, and we just had a bag on the front of the gun and then just a rear bag, and it was essentially modified prone.
Yeah, okay.
So I think our squad, because we figured out we could do that, it was out of the top 8 scores on that stage, 6 of them were out of our squad.
Yeah. That's always a fun game of trying to figure out how you can sort of gamify it and get the most stable position. You watch some people do things and you go, that was a good idea in theory, not in practice. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Aaron and I were getting a little bit silly yesterday and coming up with some extremely gaming ideas. I mean, plus you had given us these amazing boulders to shoot a really nice straight 12 target troop line off. 6 different distances, a big, small on each. And I just looked at that, and like back home, if we have a troop line, it's up the side of a mountain or something, and you've got a lot of pan involved in it. So you're doing a lot of movement between targets. But this one, they were all lined up perfectly, and I went, I could single bag this off the top of this rock, which I imagine is what he'd envisioned people would do. But there was, on the side of the boulder, there was just this little shelf there, and we just set up front bag on the gun, tack table rear, and just essentially modified prone that whole stage. All the way
right.
up.
Flew through
No
it.
pan, yeah.
I saw that there was a truck ball bar out there.
Yes.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool stage. I believe, it was a single distance, 3 target KYL, and you had to fire 2 shots from each position. So there's 5 different positions to use on it, 2 shots each. And you had to work your way through the rack, and whatever target you got to, you stayed on it. So if you so for the first position, you shoot big, middle, and then if you got those 2, second position, you hit small, and you just stay on small if you went through it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so if you drop the small at any point, your next shot has to be back at the big, and you go back through the
And
rack.
you go back
Yeah.
through.
So, which
Gotcha.
is good. It's forgiving for people that, drop, because it's very, like the small was like a 0.25 or something. It was a small
It was
target.
tiny, yeah,
And
okay.
from a single bag position, it was difficult. I got on that stage and I was like, I'm a bit worried about that small target. Closed the bolt, fired my first shot, missed the big target. I'm like, oh my God, it's so bad. But
That's the way it goes.
the beauty of doing that is it just gave me my perfect winkle.
Yeah.
Just measured where my bullet went, and then I just cleaned the rest of the stage. So I just went next position, like middle, small, and then smalls all the way through.
Yeah, just on.
Yeah. But it's trickier when you're working on like round pipe. It's very easy to get a little bit of vertical in the bag. But it had radio aerial mounts
Okay.
on the bull bar, and on on 3 of the 5 positions. So you just get a bag on that, and it's just essentially a flat
Yeah,
top.
and it
So,
just sits there.
yeah, it was ideal.
Yeah, nice. And how many matches have you shot in Australia?
It was 4 this year,
Yeah.
and I shot the King of the Hill in Sydney last year.
Okay.
It was just a tester of what it's like to compete internationally.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And how do you find integrating over here? Because I know we've had a couple of PRS shooters that have gone over New Zealand, and we always have to apologise on this podcast to the New Zealanders for the things that they've said. So did you want to get your own back here now, or is there anything you want to say about coming over and joining in with the Australians?
Oh, no, I'm loving it. I'm
Yep.
just, really thankful that we're in a excellent sport that attracts really good people that all generally want to look after each other. We all talk shit.
Of course.
And we all rip the piss out of each other constantly.
Yeah.
I definitely bully Aaron immensely.
Good. Glad someone does.
And yeah, I think it's really important to do that.
Well, that's good because I've heard him. He told me to introduce you as the 3rd best Kiwi. So it's good to see that it gets thrown back at him.
Yeah, well, he's in 6th place in the series there. So he's the 6th best Australian.
Yeah, right. Well, we've got a bigger population, so it probably balances out.
Yeah.
What? Who won the match? I don't.
Andy Little won the match. So
Oh, dear.
He sort of skull dragged everyone, especially on day 1. So,
Yeah, right.
he only dropped 6 shots on day 1,
Wow.
which was really impressive. I dropped 23.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. 8 of those were a total Muppet moment where I used the wrong stage in my Kestrel. Managed to recover 4 points out of that stage, but yeah, that was ugly as. So he thrashed everyone day one.
Yeah.
And he seemed to hold it together as well yesterday. Obviously finished quite far ahead of everyone else, but you
caught up a bit yesterday. Then,
I did catch up a bit. I didn't sleep Thursday night because
was that a tactical move?
Maybe. I didn't
Too
sleep.
much caffeine that day.
Yeah, it might have been. No, I didn't sleep Thursday night because I was all packed and ready because I was flying out on early on Friday morning to come over here.
Yeah.
Because there's no direct flights on Thursday. I'd normally, if I'm competing in Australia, I'll fly over on a Thursday and then, so you can chill on Friday and do zeroing and stuff. But
Makes sense.
I was like, I have to go direct on Friday.
Is it
so I'm
direct?
tangenting here, but you really got to fly direct when you're coming over here. Like I can't fly
Direct to Adelaide?
I can't fly, say, Melbourne and then to here because you have to do permits for 2 different states then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
Which is a nightmare. So you just got to fly direct. So anyway, Friday was the only option. I got to Thursday night. I was all packed up, ready to get into bed, and I was just going through my own checklist in my head of everything I've done. I went, oh, my God, I never applied for my export paperwork.
Oh, wow.
Slightly
So
important.
normally I'm really good with this. It's like 2 months before the match, I applied to the state police and that to get all my import paperworks and everything done.
Yep.
And then 2 weeks out from my trip, I'll apply to ABF for my export declarations and
To get it back
RGPs
out of the country?
to get out of Australia again.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, I never did that. I just got really busy in the last 2 weeks or whatever. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do? And started freaking out. And I was like, all right, my only option is, because I don't have a printer at home, because I'd have to like print the forms, fill them out, sign them, scan them, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, I was going to park at work anyway and catch the bus to the airport. So I got up at like 3 a.m. But after not sleeping because I was stressing all
Yeah,
night.
of course.
So I didn't
Yeah.
get to like bed until like midnight. And then I just lay there just seething. Got up at 3, drove to work, printed off all my forms, filled it out, scanned it, sent it away with like urgent and underscoring and everything. and the subject line's off to ABF. I'm like, oh, well, like either they're going to let me in the country or they're not. Because they normally don't let you in unless you have
Unless you have the paperwork sorted. Yeah.
saying that you can leave again. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like they don't want me to leave firearms here and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's fair.
So I was like, I guess I'll just wrangle it. Landed in Adelaide and managed to sweet talk my way through ABF and said, I've applied for this paperwork. And they're like, sweet as, you'll be right. I've had like real mixed experiences with ABF. Like you either get like, I'm looking down the nose at you and being really suspicious of what you're up to. And then the other times they're just like, we don't really care. We don't even know how to fill these forms out ourselves. I'll go talk to my manager. And they're like, I think I got to stamp it here. And it's like, off you go. So no sleep. And then Friday night we had a pretty late night because Aaron put on a dinner party for a bunch of the PRS crowd and some mates, which was awesome. I think he spent like his entire year's salary on steaks. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, we ate like a lot of Wagyu.
Yeah. Okay.
Where was that?
Where?
Yeah.
At his auntie's place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got an amazing kitchen and we had like 2 charcoal barbecues and 2 gas Webbers set up and
Brilliant.
unfortunately, he knows I can cook steaks, so I got roped into
Got
that.
roped into it.
I'm like on no sleep, and it's getting late, and it was like already midnight New Zealand time by the time we were finishing up there. I was just dead.
Yeah,
So
okay.
got to the match. I'd slept like 6 hours in 3 days or something. Just brain was not firing.
Fair enough.
So I figured out this match. You have to be rested. So
Yep.
Saturday night, I went to bed early, had like a solid 7.5 hours sleep or something like that. I didn't even dream. I always relive the whole of Saturday. I reshoot
in
it
your
in my
sleep.
head. And so normally I shoot really well on a Saturday and then suck on Sunday because I've spent all night shooting again.
You're all worn out from it. Yeah.
Just so
Fair enough.
fatigued.
Day 3 is Sunday.
Yeah, but because I was essentially in a coma,
Yeah.
I got up yesterday and it's like, man, I feel fresh as, and everything felt easier. Like put the gun down, getting behind the scope. Every time I was in within a mil of the target on my reticle.
Yeah,
with,
right.
With my like target acquisition, I was like, oh yeah,
You're in the zone
this is
for it.
working. So yeah, ended up
Nice.
top scoring yesterday dropped 7 shots for the day. So
Happy days. Where'd you finish overall?
4th.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Just off.
It's my best
Nice.
Aussie finish so far.
Okay.
So it's not a bad recovery from where you were.
Yeah, I finished Saturday in 11th place, so made up 7
Oh wow.
spots.
Okay. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. So
Nice.
really happy about that.
Where did you learn to cook steaks well? Is that just
I just
through
really
life
like
or?
eating,
Okay.
and
Yep.
when you like eating, you like making good food. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
No formal training, no anything like that. No,
just
just trial and error.
yeah, exactly. Like at my work, we do a lot of cooking for each other. So
Okay.
yeah, it sort of comes on that. You're always trying to like one up the other boys, and then
Yeah.
bought myself like a little charcoal Weber
Oh, very
a
nice.
couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, just learning how to use that. Like, after cooking steaks on charcoal, you just can't go back to a pan or anything now. So
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Right. And how did you get into the shooting side of things?
yeah, well, I grew up in a non-firearms owning family. Not that they were against guns, they just didn't have them. But for whatever reason, I was always really interested. As soon as I could, got my license, got 22, started murdering all the neighbours' rabbits. Things are good. And then sort of through the rest of high school, I just got really obsessed with like long range shooting and ballistics and stuff. And I was like, wow, it's like, I don't know, not that I was a nerd or anything, but I like appreciated maths.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I was like, wow, this is all cool that you can just calculate all this. And
Yeah.
Tell you
yes.
what, if they offered that element to it in physics when I was going through high school,
Oh man,
Oh man,
I would-
school looked very different.
I would have done physics.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, so really enjoyed all that, and then just sort of dabbled in a bit of hunting and stuff like that through my early 20s, and then bought our property in 2020, just a little lifestyle block just south of Auckland, and it gave me the opportunity to actually shoot centerfire when I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I really want to get into this match shooting stuff, and just saw like a few groups on Facebook talking about it and things like that, and put together a Tikka Varmint 308 and an XLR chassis and a Night Force NXS
Yeah.
5.5 22 on top with a mil-dot reticle. And I'm like, yeah,
Perfect.
suppressed as well because of course we
Of
can do
course.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And rolled up to my first match in mid 2020, I think,
Okay.
and no, it's mid 2021.
Yeah.
My first match, and just it was like a field style long range match, and just had a blast. So
Just went from there.
got hooked on that instant. I was like, oh my god, how can I get better at this quicker? And
Yeah,
what do I
okay.
need to buy? And it was at the time where everyone was shooting off tripods clipped in, and they had
Yep.
like the bungee attached to their belt and stuff to take the tension out of the system. And I'd never seen an Arca rail in my life, and I was like, oh my god, what's all this stuff? And then just deep dive straight into that.
Yeah.
And then progressively over the next sort of 2 years, I got all the bits together, moved away from the Tikka system. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And I was like, I'm obsessed with this. I have to go.
Yes, as good as you can get.
Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to build, what I believe is the perfect PRS rifle. And ended up putting together an Impact with in a MDT ACC Elite.
Yep.
And managed to scrounge together some money and get a ATAC R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then shot that rig for about a year and a half through end of 2023 and through 24. Had my last match with that
What
gun.
cartridge was that?
That was 6GT.
Yep.
So New Zealand was an early-ish adopter of the 6GT, and then it just really caught on there, and everyone got one. I'm a firm believer it's probably the best all-round cartridge for New Zealand.
Okay.
You can hot it up enough that it's ballistically better in the wind and everything than say a Dasher or a BR, but you still don't have the recoil of a 6.5. And then if you choose to run Dasher velocities in it, which I do, your pressures are so much lower, and so you've got reliability. And we shoot in the pissing rain a lot, like torrential typhoon type rain, and you just can't have pressure issues in that. Like you will have water in your barrel and you will have water in your chamber.
Yeah.
So if I'm running 50,000 PSI instead of 60,000, like it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I've never had any failures from that rifle. due to environmental conditions. So I think it's been a smart move. I'm moving away from it.
I was going to say, because sounds like that's now finished. You're moving to something else.
Yeah, I think I'll always have a 6GT. I think it's, like I say, it's probably the best all-round cartridge for New Zealand, and I think it's also got relevance in the States. Got a lot of more long range, but then if you're traveling, you're restricted on ammo weight, and so if you're traveling internationally, you really need to be running a 6mm just so you can take enough ammo with you. So I think I'll keep it for that. But I'm building a 6BR, just a straight BR.
Yep.
That'll be my Aussie gun for next year.
Gotcha.
I'll be running, the idea is to run 109 burgers at about 2750. I currently run them at 2850 to 2900 in the GT.
Yeah.
It's a little too quick for me, especially with the shorter ranges. I wouldn't call it a flinch, but like I got like my brain shuts down with the concussion just for a fraction of a second, but you're just losing that information. And if I've noticed like I slow it down 100 feet per second, I just see everything.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And because Aussie's closer ranges, you've got less reaction time again. So that'll be my idea. And then for New Zealand, I'm going to build a 6.5 something for next year. And it's either going to be a 6.5-47, which is probably the sensible option.
Yep. I'm waiting for the next option.
I really want to build, just to prove a point, a 6.5 GT.
Yep.
25 GTs catching on heaps in New Zealand.
Okay.
Obviously really high BC, lower recoil. Like it's just the best of both worlds. And I've shot a couple of mates 25s. Just watch the bullet all the way to the target, running at like 2,700 feet per second. So again, I want to bring that velocity down a little bit.
Yeah.
But you really need the extra BC at home because longer distances and really spicy winds. But I reckon the 6.5 the 25 GT is pushing a 134 or 135 at like 2,700, 2,720. But I reckon I can, going up in bore size, you get more velocity for the same weight projectile. So say you ran a 130 class 6.5, in the same case, you'd be expecting 50 to 80 feet per second more.
Yep.
But I want to go to like a 144 to a 150. And if I can get that around the 2650 mark,
gotcha,
which I think should be achievable.
Yep.
Yeah. It's better than my GT at 2950 it's exactly the same as my GT at 2950 with a 109, but running 300 feet per second slower.
Yep.
So it's just all that reaction time, all that watching bullet and everything like that. Touch more recoil, but I don't think that'll be an issue. I'd rather have a touch more recoil and more time to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So
have more information to play with.
Yeah, that's my theory anyway. My Smith reckons he can do the job without even a specialised reamer for it. He'll just run a 6 GT reamer in and then chase it with a 47 reamer to do the neck and throat.
Yeah, right.
It's like, all right. And then if proof of concept works and I get the velocities I want, I'll order a proper reamer for it.
Do something from there. Yeah.
If it doesn't work, I'll just run a 47 reamer in behind it and run that. But
perfect.
I think it'll be sweet. You can fit them in a standard AICS mag and your bullet is like miles out there.
Yeah.
I just nicked up a 6 GT case the other day and loaded a 156 EOL into it. And yeah, man, it looks amazing. It's like a little cruise missile.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I think that the 6.5s and the 25s are definitely coming in a lot more in New Zealand. Everyone was running 6 Creeds and 6 GTs. Then a few guys got on the Dasher bandwagon, but I think they've all figured out, we need to go up again. We need to be running much higher BCs.
Well, I know that there's a couple of guys here that have started building some 25 jet GTs to take over for when they're either shooting internationally or for you guys.
Yeah, I think they're a sensible option. I don't think there's a place for them here. The ranges just aren't long enough and the winds aren't high enough. And the small 6mm are so easy to get your precision so tight. Like my rifle, I did my load dev on Wednesday last week.
Yep.
Because why wouldn't you do it the day before?
I mean, it's the champion's way, isn't it? Yeah.
Diamonds
last
are made
minute
under pressure.
Yeah.
So I like did my load dev, brand new barrel. I did like 200 rounds of fouling, of break-in, and then did my load dev and then shot half-inch group at 340 meters, 5 shots.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'll do. That's like
That'll work.
well under quarter of an inch. So, but I feel like you need that precision here because the targets are so small. I mean, we're shooting like 75 mil targets at like 400 meters and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think we even had one at 500 meters. So you're talking about like sub 2/10 targets.
Yeah.
You need ultimate precision there. Whereas from my experience, at least, it's a lot harder to get a 6.5 or a 25 to shoot that precisely.
Gotcha.
But if you're talking about larger average target sizes but greater wind and longer distances, it makes so much sense to go bigger gun.
Yeah.
Well, you see it in the States, like people are jumping on the 7-Swick bandwagon now because it's like filthy efficient. Running like G7s of 0.4 at like 25, 50. And yeah, you're like never coming off plate.
And a good excuse to buy another gun.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, my barrel collection is like rapidly growing.
Yeah, right.
I got 2 more actions coming as well. So,
Do you do any hunting still?
not really.
No.
Just not because I don't want to, because I love hunting, but it's just don't have time with the sport. I've gone 100% headlong into this. So between work and home and shooting this, there's just no time left for anything else. I mean, on our lifestyle block, a red yearling walked out on Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
Tuesday afternoon. And out of all my rifles in the safe, none of them were zeroed. And I was like, oh man, this is so painful. I would be like shooting that thing in a heartbeat.
I can
I just
understand
call
that.
myself an opportunistic hunter.
Yeah. Okay.
When it all lines up.
Yeah, I've had it before where I have had a zeroed rifle at home and no ammo and just like run off to the shed, quickly load some ammo and then come back inside and then like shoot a deer off my deck.
Yeah, right. Perfect. Okay. One of the other hosts on this show who's normally here, and Josh is filling in for because this is in the morning and he would be at work, is heading over to New Zealand for his honeymoon.
That's so
Hunting moon.
And hunting moon, as he keeps threatening. And we thought it might be a good opportunity to ask you if there's anything you suggest he should do. I think he's doing North and South.
You have to shoot a tar. You have to go to the Southern Alps and you have to shoot a tar. I mean, it's like the only place in the world except for game parks where you can shoot them.
Yeah, okay.
They're endangered in their home country.
Yeah.
In the Himalayas.
Yeah.
But they're a pest at home. So like our Department of Conservation would be happy if they do it all shot. And the government spent tens of millions of dollars helicopter culling them.
Yeah.
But like they're just the most amazing creature.
Just bring that mic back a little bit more.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. And of course you're hunting them in like true alpine environment up in the mountains. It's all very majestic. They call it like soul country sort of stuff. Where you get all emotional.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you got to do that. And then if you're in the South Island, go on a red stag hunt as well.
Okay.
I mean, they'll be dropping antlers probably in about a month's time. So maybe not, but
I'm not sure he's actually allowed to be hunting on this particular trip.
So
Otherwise, he might come back unmarried.
This sounds like something that
or
he would love.
Is it a marital test?
Well, this is true. This is true. Our last guest recommended an amazing restaurant to take his freshly made wife there. Impress her so much that he can then sneak out the next morning for a hunt without consequences. But see how game he is. Anything that it wouldn't be a hunting element. Anything you have to see. Is there gun shops worthwhile dropping into, or is there experiences that you're aware of?
No, there's not that many gun shops that are worth it over there because everything's like we've got 250,000 firearms license holders in New Zealand for a population of 5 million. So it's quite a high ownership.
Yeah.
But like 99.9% of them are just for hunting.
Yeah.
There's very few match shooters there, which means there's very few businesses that are built around precision shooting.
Sure.
So like you come here,
Yeah.
there's probably 2 or 3 stores in New Zealand set up like scoped out. But it'll be all reloading. It's not the optics. Like no one in New Zealand carries enough optics or enough relevant optics to bother visiting. Whereas you go to the States and you roll into like pure precision or something like that, and it's like, oh my God,
Every
this place
town's got
is
one.
heaven. So,
Yeah, cool.
other things to do. Oh man, it's tough to say. Like, go do like jet boat rides and bungee jumping.
Do all the
adventure stuff.
Okay.
Just go do the all the normal touristy things.
The proper things.
You're not going to go wrong. Like, what months are you going?
October, November, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
One of them.
yeah, sweet.
Not as freezing cold as it could be.
Not quite as freezing cold as it could be.
And you've been over the US?
Yeah, went over twice last year to compete.
Yeah,
as
okay.
well, so
How'd you go there?
yeah, good and bad. It's a bit of a theme with my shooting. Went over to the IPRF World Champs in Colorado, which there was 8 of us went over from New Zealand. And we flew into LA, drove up via Vegas, went up Colorado, shot the match, which was amazing.
Did you stop in Vegas?
We did. We stayed the night there. We didn't get silly.
No.
I did play a little bit of blackjack.
How'd you go?
Oh, I lost all my money. But
So normal.
That sounds about
loved
right.
every second of it. Yeah, it was funny. We stopped in Vegas again on the way back
Yeah.
to LA.
To try and get it all back?
No. I was actually left Vegas in profit
Yeah.
after on the way out. It was like $4 in profit.
Mate, that's all right.
It's better than the other way.
Better than most.
And then on the way back, I was like, I'm going to go play actual table blackjack in the casinos. But I'm like, I'm stripped out from this trip anyway because it's like, it costs a lot to go over there and compete.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
just got like $100 US out and gave my wallet to the guy on our group that wasn't drinking.
Yep.
I said, under no circumstances are you to return me my wallet. And then I lost that $100 in like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
But
That's probably not bad, really.
yeah, it was really, really fun. Yeah.
Nice.
It was wicked. And then, it was October or November last year. It was like 6 weeks after Worlds. Went back over for the US Pro finale. So came second in the New Zealand season last year. So qualified for the US finale.
Yeah, brilliant.
And went to Bliss, Idaho to shoot that. And that was incredible. Like, it was really obscure range just in this valley, like this cropping valley. But wicked, just like big angles and
Yeah. So
really sweet stage design.
we hear a lot of the guys from Australia go over there and just see this phenomenal, very different type of match and these field sort of scenarios that we just don't have here.
Yes.
But from a New Zealand perspective, is it similar?
It is relatable.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. Like distances are similar. Your terrain's pretty similar as well. So,
what changes? What is the harder things to get used to?
just I guess match design and then just volume of stages in the match. So like a national 2-day match for us is 16 stages.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 170 rounds, maybe 160, 170 rounds. Over there, it's like 20 stages and 220 rounds. So it's just a lot more volume. Yeah. And then you add in the travel and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah,
okay. It's just a lot more stresses on the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, pro finale went really good last year, at least on day one. I was sitting in 15th out of 240 something shooters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nice.
After day one, and then just bombed one stage on day two.
And that will do it, won't it? That'll send you hurtling back down the.
It certainly does, yeah, because they take I think it's the top 200 in the country. Over there, and then the rest are like internationals and invites and stuff. So yeah, it's so tight. You'll have like 30 people on the same score, and it's all separated on a skill stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one stage I bombed out on dropped me back to 79th for the close of the match.
Oof, that hurts.
Yeah. So I think I worked out if I hadn't have bombed that one stage, I would have ended up in like the mid 30s for the match.
Yeah.
Which I would have been. Well, I'm actually still happy. My goal going to that match was top 100.
Yeah.
So I achieved that, but after like day one, your expectations go up.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, going again this year.
Brilliant.
Heading over, end of October. I've just got 5 days over there. Just trying to. I've got so many trips this year. I'm trying to just keep them all really short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, off to flying over to New York and then driving over to Pennsylvania for the match.
Okay.
And yeah. So.
Yeah, right. And what do you? So if you're planning a trip like that, or even you said to Australia you'll leave on the Thursday and then sort of use the Friday to acclimatise and zero and do the normal things, and you head off on the Monday normally.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah.
So.
What about in the US side? Because you've got this whole, I guess, jet lag factor.
Yeah,
on a
I'm
lot longer trip.
I hope I don't jinx myself here, but I'm quite fortunate that I'm a smaller sized person. I can sleep pretty well even in an economy seat.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a bit of an av geek as well. So I love flying.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't mind the travel part of it at all. But this time we're leaving on the Wednesday, flying San Fran, then San Fran across to Newark. And so I leave Wednesday evening, arrive Wednesday evening.
Yep.
I'll stay Wednesday night in New Jersey.
Yep.
And then drive across to Philly on Thursday, pick up a bunch of boys in Philly, head up to the match. And I'll just give myself essentially an extra day in the States.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I really don't want to be tired for that match.
No.
Yeah. I think I'll be going to the doctor, grab some strong sleeping tablets. Or something.
Yeah.
So,
Knock yourself out for it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's a huge financial outlay as well. So you owe it to yourself to give yourself the best chance of that match.
Yeah.
It's the only sensible way to do it. But I'm also in a position where I'm like, I don't really want to go for a whole week beforehand. I mean, I'd love to, but
Of course.
yeah, it's just got to be in and out. And yeah, on the Monday after the match, like first thing in the morning, drive from Philadelphia back to New York and then fly out at JFK on Monday evening.
Yeah, right.
So, and then I think I arrive back in New Zealand on the Wednesday.
Nice.
Gotta love those time zones.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty quick turnaround. Yeah, it's going to be a direct flight from New York back to Auckland, so it's like 18 hours in the air.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
I've booked a whole road of myself
Oh,
already.
have you? Smart. Smart way to do it.
Yeah, and
you,
hopefully I'll be so wrecked after the weekend and just sleep the whole flight.
and you got an interest in aviation. Is that something you've ever pursued, or just a general interest?
Nah, I think it's something it is a general interest at the moment. I'd love to get my pilot's license.
Yeah, okay.
One of my older brothers got his commercial fixed wing straight out of high school.
Yeah, wow.
And then never pursued it as a career, ended up becoming a Sparky.
Okay.
And because of that, my parents were like, oh, it's too hard to get a job. And I was going to go and be a helicopter pilot straight out of high school.
Yeah, right.
That was my dream job. And they're like, no, don't do that. You should go to university. And I was like, oh, okay, I suppose I should listen to my parents, and went to uni and hated it. Which was...
What'd you do at uni?
I studied agriculture.
Okay.
Yeah. I was dating a farmer at the time, and I do love farming, and it's actually like a long-term goal of mine to one day own a farm.
Yep.
Mostly so I can just shoot shit all the time on it.
And fly a helicopter on it.
Yeah, fly helicopters and
perfect.
stuff like that. So yeah, studied essentially agricultural science.
Okay.
I did 2 years of that, and then just converted into diploma and left. Then went to Polytech and did a year of mechanical engineering, which I also enjoyed because I love engineering.
Yeah.
But then I went, I really don't want to make a job out of this. And by then it was like, what am I going to do with my life? And yeah, then I ended up joining the fire service.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you do now?
That's what I do now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The last 7 years. So.
Wow. Do you do any flight sim stuff or anything like that?
Nah. I mean, I'd love to, but
It's another hobby that costs money.
that's a really expensive hobby.
Yeah.
So I think what it'll be is at some stage I'll either get really sick of my job and be like, oh my God, I need a career change, or I'll win lotto and get my own plane and
do it on
get
the
my
side.
pilot's license. Yeah. I think for any reason, if I stop shooting competitively, I'd probably get into flying.
Just switch hobbies over.
Yeah, I'm the sort of personality where if I'm into something,
All in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in the sport are like that.
I think so. Yeah, it certainly attracts, particularly at that pointier level.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm a very firm believer if you want to be good at something, you need to be obsessed with it. Yeah, you have to turn it into an obsession. And like, there's not a day goes by that I'm not thinking about shooting.
Yeah.
So if shooting went away for whatever reason, I'd have to put all that energy into something else. And I think flying would be one of those hobbies where it's in depth enough, it's technologically interesting, you can go places. Like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Imagine New Zealand would be quite a nice place to fly around and.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
dope. Yeah. When I first moved to Auckland, I was single, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna dominate Tinder. Turns out that's not me, but ended up going on a couple of dates with a flight attendant, and she was doing her pilot's license.
Okay.
And she invited me up for a flight for a day, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll come along. I love flying, and ended up having like 5 hours and just flew all around the top of the North Island. And
Yeah, wow.
she, apart from the takeoffs and landings, she's like, oh, you can do all the flying if you want. I was like, oh. It was awesome. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, that was probably like, I mean, I love my missus, but that was probably the best date I've ever been on.
Not surprised. That was a highlight of your Tinder career as well, it seems.
Yeah, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, wow. What an experience. Okay.
Yeah, and we even like buzzed the Sky Tower and all kinds of stuff. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's I think talking about what you were saying with being obsessed with shooting, I think I mean that's pretty common to see at the pointy end of anything, but you see it very much. Think about the guys who are in the maybe top 20, top 30 of PRS are all in that, and that's where I think my time in PRS we had 4 or 5 guys who were at the pointy end all the time, whereas now the numbers are there's probably 20 or 30 sort of pool of names where if any of them finish on the podium, you're like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people ask me back home, what's it like competing in Australia? And I go, well, in New Zealand, you'll go to any match and there's sort of 5 people that you'll expect could podium.
Yep.
You come to Australia and there's 15 people at every match that you could expect to podium. So it's like the level of competition's quite a bit higher here. And yeah, it'll be a case of there's more people that are more obsessed.
Yeah.
I mean, that number seems to be climbing as well. Like it seems to be as you go through year by year, you just have an extra pool of 3, 4, 5 guys that you go, okay, like now there's 25 guys that are all in that mix.
I think it's easier now for newer shooters too to accelerate their performance.
Okay.
And it's the likes of stuff like podcasts like this where that information's so much more readily available. There's so much media out there on like how to build positions, how to do stagecraft, how to set up your rifle, how to load really accurate ammo. And then all of the rifle technology and auxiliary gear technology has got so good in the last sort of 3 or 4 years that you can go like turnkey a rifle. There's so little trial and error for people to figure out. Whereas like even back when I started match shooting, which was only like 4 years ago, there was so much trial and error. Like you just buy something really crap and then realize it's crap and then incrementally make it better.
Yeah.
Because you just didn't know what was the right thing for the job. But now there's so much out there that you go, all right, I know that if I go buy an Impact or a Lone Peak or a Defiance Action and I put a straight 125 barrel on it and some 6mm caliber and put some ridiculously efficient brake on it and one of 3 or 4 chassis brands that are all going to be excellent, and then just buy like, there's so many good optics now for PRS. Just buy one of those top tier optics and you've got the most competitive rifle you could possibly have.
Yeah.
It's
at that point in time.
Yeah. And then loading for those guns is so easy.
Yeah.
It's like the rifle itself is so refined and perfect already that
It's pretty
you just
forgiving.
pretty much put gravel in the cases and if you're going to shoot one whole group, it's like, it's ridiculous.
When did you start reloading? Was that from this sport or was that prior?
Nah, that was prior. So when I first started shooting, got my license as a teenager, I was like, I want to learn everything there is about shooting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's this reloading thing? And then just like borrowed a press off my neighbor that just happened to have an old family press, and then just
Is that the neighbour you shot all their rabbits?
no, that was another
Different neighbour.
yeah, we had some good neighbors. And then just sort of learning about that, and it was just sort of pretty tame, just a single stage press and just like a beam balance scale, and I knew that it was better and cheaper than factory ammo, which was important because we all know what it's like in your teen years. Like you do not have money for that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So did that, and then but it wasn't until I started match shooting because I was like throwing charges on a beam balance. Oh, sorry, I had an RCBS Charge Master by then.
Yep.
but I didn't trust it. So I'd throw on the Charge Master and then tip it onto my reading beam balance just to double check every load.
Yep.
And also, like, it would constantly overthrow. So I'd set it to throw like a grain less, and then I'll just hand
Trickle the out. Yeah, fair enough.
And then I started shooting enough volume where I went, this is just painful. And like it was getting worse and worse and overthrowing like every charge. And I'm like, nah. So then just jumped right in and got like the, like an A&D scale and, a V3 and then when I bought an amp annealer and just sort of, constantly getting all the gear now. So I'm pretty well set up for reloading now, and I reload for about half a dozen people back home now as well.
Okay, yeah, right.
The beauty of my job is that like night shifts, if you're not on calls, your time's generally your own. So I like take my annealer into work, do the annealing at work, and take the trimmer in there, do my trimming at work. And stuff. So, otherwise I'd just every single day would be in the reloading room.
Yeah.
It's convenient job for her then.
It is. It's borderline taking the piss. But,
but I guess when things go, you drop everything and that's
exactly.
it.
And like annealing's a great thing to be doing at work. Like I wouldn't throw powder or whatever at work. So like annealing's great because you can just sit it down and go off and I don't know, whatever
tend to whatever you need to.
Yeah, whatever Joe Public's got mischief they've got themselves into, deal with that and then come back and rip back and do it again.
Any exciting stories from that world?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Any are you allowed to say?
Maybe.
Any are allowed to say in a different country.
Yeah, I was thinking about how much I can talk about naked people on this. But
I mean, as much as you need to. Yeah.
Oh, so many people die naked, man. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Don't die naked either. You get just like massive shrinkage. Everybody's cock's tiny when they die, so don't die naked. We go to everything, man. So it's like we go to like all cardiac and respiratory arrests, so we back up ambulance to those.
Yep.
And then we go to like, all car crashes and all fires, obviously. So
right.
Yeah, we have it all, like big commercial fires, bushfires, house fires. Everyone just hangs out for house fires, though. They're like, that's what everyone wants.
Why is that?
Except for the house owners.
Oh, it's just.
Is that the easiest one to deal with?
Nah,
no,
it's
like,
spectacular. But it's like what you do all your training for. And it's like you get to be like in the fire and it's really cool. You feel like it's nowhere that a human should be. It's like inside a fire. So everyone in the job froths for those. Yeah. Like if you're in like a fully engulfed room, and I've had my like, visor on my helmet like melting off and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Like this is awesome. Possibly too dangerous.
Does it attract some strange cats in that world?
There's a few people. Everyone's a bit fucked in the head. But
in a good way.
But generally pretty good. I'd say like 99% of the people I work with are just real good, down to earth, interesting people. Like, not many shitheads getting the job.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty. I mean, if it's anything like here, it's pretty hard to get into.
Yeah, it can be. So,
gotcha.
Yes, they refine out a few people. So
Tom's knocking on a quiet week. Yeah. It seems to be the guy. Yeah. Well, I do have another question for you that we try and ask most guests, although we're good at forgetting it. But I've had enough coffees this morning to remember this one. So painting the picture is you've been out on a tar hunt.
Okay.
Right, and you've come back to whatever. I know there's probably not a lot of accommodation to stay in down there.
It's called a tent.
Yeah, in the tent. Well, you're coming back into this miraculous tent that you've put all your guns away, done everything, and then your tent has a bar in it, and it's fully stocked.
Ooh.
And you can go up and choose anything you want. What are you grabbing?
If I'm in tar country, it's cold. Like seriously cold.
Yeah.
So
there's a fire in the tent as well, by the way. Just so you know.
Okay. If I'm on a winter tar hunt, I'm drinking Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Straight into it.
Yeah, disgusting any other time. But when you're like in the snow and you're freezing cold, it's like, oh yeah, this is so nice.
Okay. Not just because you miss work? Is that?
No, not just because I miss it. No. Yeah, like Fireball in tar country it's pretty mean. If it was summer, I'd just be smashing beers.
Just beer? Any
Yeah.
particular beer? What's you got to go to?
Oh, we have this one called Spates Summit Ultra, and it's just like our low carb lager.
Yep.
Yeah, they're good.
All over New Zealand?
Good old
or,
local.
Or
They're
North
all over
Island?
New Zealand.
All over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, they're one of those beers that's like properly thirst quenching.
Yep.
So it just feels like you're drinking a bottle of water,
Yeah, okay.
which is bad.
That's
when you're
dangerous.
I was going to say, until you
dehydrated.
get 8 of them deep.
yeah, they're very drinkable.
Okay.
Yeah, I love most beers, like dark beers, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're like the go-to.
The ones. Yeah, okay.
Or if I'm like going on an international, I'm getting away from the tent here.
No,
but there's different
wherever.
places to
Yeah,
drink
no,
as well.
carry on.
If I'm
If you
flying-
haven't worked it out already, Tom, there will be tangents.
yes,
Whatever we delve into.
But like one of my favorite things is like if I'm flying to the States,
Mm.
is get to the lounge and drink like 4 espresso martinis
Yes.
and then like 4 G&Ts.
Yep.
And then like a couple of red wines and then you're just like comatose the whole
I was going to say, that's a mixture.
But like the espresso martinis, because I don't know, I'm all like amped up. And you want to have the first few hours on the plane awake as well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's probably a bit extreme. I did have 4 espresso martinis before one flight. I must have been so tired because I did manage to sleep on it.
You should try that. The night in between a PRS match goes really well.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
not.
So I think it was the first time that Josh, you came over to the US, and I'd been talking about, we were going on the plane and we'll get some drinks, we'll have some gin and teas on the flight over. They'll be bad gin, but they'll be free gin. So
So it's still pretty good.
yeah, I guess
That's kind of the best kind.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I'd still prefer to pay for good gin. But so we got on the plane and took off and all the things, and I'm like, all right, let's grab a gin and tonic. Turns out, whatever flight we had booked, no spirits,
Dry
beer and wine. And back then, how much wine did you drink, Josh?
The one on that flight. That was it.
That was it, yeah. And we didn't drink beer either. So that was a very uneventful flight, shall we say.
Shame. I love wine.
Yeah.
But that dries you out so much on a flight, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Josh has become a wine
I
connoisseur
like wine now. At the time, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ebb and flow through it. Sometimes I like wine, sometimes I don't. Maybe free wine was the best wine, but it's not good wine either.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They don't serve decent stuff.
No. So anyway, we were hoping for gin and tonics, but so now I think I was flying through Virgin.
I think
So
it was.
probably less
Avoid
keen to
them.
do, which is United on the US side, and turns out no spirits on that one.
Bugger.
Very.
Very disappointed. Well, hopefully you get spirits on your way back over to
I
New Zealand.
probably could, but I won't.
It's a 5 hour, 5 hours.
It is a 5-hour flight. Yeah. No, I'll this will be a dry flight for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was a bit crook last week, and so
Take it easy.
yeah, I have to be pretty careful when my immunity is a bit low. I had glandular fever a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
ever since then, if I feel like I'm a bit low, and then even one beer, I'll feel like I got the flu the next
Yeah,
day.
right.
Yeah, wow.
Wreck me. Yeah, I got to be in a pretty healthy state to get on the piss,
Yeah. Hey, one
which
more
is probably a saving grace.
One more question for you. When you've come over here, have you had any time to do anything aside from just get to the match?
Not really. Well, apart from Aaron's dinner party on Friday
Yep.
night, I did get I was offered the opportunity to go shoot some kangaroos last night. But I was just too tired. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, next time I'll come a couple of days early and we can just go murder heaps of stuff.
Well, I would encourage you, having spent a lot of time traveling myself for PRS, the one, not regret, but the one thing I look back and I'm like, I have so many opportunities to go and do stuff. And when towards the end of my PRS time, I did more and more of it. But if you're traveling, to tap on that extra day, and I know it can be challenging, but go and do whatever it is that you get a
we
chance to do.
sort of did that in the States after
Yep.
Pro Finale last year. We stayed on for another 4 days and then just road tripped around. We just went, right, we're going to drive up to Yellowstone. We're
Yeah,
going
perfect.
to just cruise around looking for stuff.
Yeah.
And it's mean because you've all got awesome binoculars with you. And so everywhere you go, it's like, yeah, we can see everything. And
Yeah,
looking for
nice.
all the animals you don't get at home and finding moose and elk and
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff is wicked. wicked.
Yep.
Although that did get us into a bit of strife.
Oh.
I'd booked a rental car and I was the only listed driver for it, which I was totally fine with. But a certain someone on the trip was one of those people that's like, I want to drive, so fuck you, I'm driving. And I was like, all right, whatever. Well, if you crash, you're paying for all of this because you won't be insured on it. He's like, yeah, no worries at all. I've driven in the States heaps, so I'm all good with this. So like, okay, go for it.
Yep.
We're like driving along, and then we're like, he spots a coyote. He's like, oh, there's a coyote over there, and everyone's like, oh yeah, sweet, we'll go look at that. And he rips a Yui on the interstate. Well, it wasn't the interstate, but it was like a main highway over there, like an 80 mile an hour road.
Yep.
Rips a Yui on that, and he's driving down the road looking at this coyote, and I was looking at my phone for something for some reason. Everyone else is looking at the coyote, and then all of a sudden we're just off the road, and it's because he'd gone straight back into the left lane and was driving straight towards someone, and like both of us doing 80 mile an hour. And it was a miracle we didn't all die, because instinctively, being a New Zealand driver, he pulled left to get out of the way. It's lucky the American driver didn't pull right to get out of the way, because that would have been their instinct, and we would have just boom. But we ended up just like off the road and everything. And we're all just
shaking. Yeah, right.
Man,
all okay there?
We're all okay. And then the prick, he turns around and he goes, God, you guys are lucky I'm driving. I just saved your lives.
The confidence.
Oh, man. I was like, wow, yeah, you could double down on that straight away. Yeah. So, yeah, don't look at coyotes if you're driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And don't let Anthony drive.
Oh, you knew it was Anthony.
Who else is it going to be?
That one.
Who else would it be?
Yeah. So he reminds us constantly that he saved our lives.
Yeah, good.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remind him constantly he tried to shoot a stage without a bolt?
Oh, yeah, he cops that.
Yeah, good.
All the time.
If not, I can send you a video too.
I've seen the video.
Yeah, but
that's painful to watch.
Josh can tailor its own copy to you. Yeah, perfect.
It's good. That's why you got to come over here and just like do all the dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Just got to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
That was like the main point of me shooting the Australian season this year was like I had a long discussion with Anthony. I ring him quite often and we just talk about stuff. And he's like, look, the difference between us and the top US shooters is just volume of matches you've shot and the experience. It's like everybody can pull a trigger and build a position, but it's all those little refinements.
Yeah.
And it's like the mistake I made on Saturday is just, it's an unforgivable mistake that should never have happened. But you only get that out of your system by going and shooting a lot of matches, refining your stage process down, all of that. So, just got to keep doing that.
How do you live in it?
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to accelerate and saturate my experience as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So shooting the Aussie season's the easiest way to do that. And we saw Anthony get really, really good by coming and shooting the Australian matches. And it's because it's a slightly different type of shooting. It's more technical than back home.
Yeah.
And so he refined that. Then he's also really good in the wind at home.
Yeah.
And so to get as good as he is, you got to do
as much as he does, which is a lot, right?
No one can do as much. He doesn't work. Doesn't have a job. So he can just 100. His life is shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. Proper obsessed.
Yeah. Well, you got to be good at this sport. You got to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
He's next level though. Everyone's like, oh my god, I don't know how you do. We don't know how he's still married.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Very good. Well, mate, thank you for dropping past and saying good day.
So you have a flight to make, don't you?
Yep. I'm gonna go see ABF and see if they'll let me out of the country.
Yeah, true. If not, come back.
We'll make you another coffee.
Very good.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming past.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Josh, as well. It's
Thanks.
Good to have you back for an episode.
Yeah, it is.
Leave it for another
It's weird to have
10 or 20.
coffee and energy drinks and not gin, though.
We'll fix that next time.
Yeah.
I'll come back and we'll do this at night time.
Do it with gin.
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Cheers, boys.